the Prince of all Saiyans, the most prideful man in anime history, and the undisputed GOAT of Dragon Ball, Vegeta Sama. What's going on, everybody? This your boy the Black Kakashi here, the silent gamer of YouTube, and I'm here to talk about my boy Vegeta. I'm going to be talking about why I love Vegeta and why he's my favorite character, so let's get right into it. Don't mind the intro. That was like one of the first intros I ever made, besides that One Piece and My Hero one. But anyway, Vegeta is one of the most badass characters in Dragon Ball history, and has become a lot of people's favorite character besides Goku and Gohan. And there's a reason for that. It's an important word, and it's called character development. He started off as a ruthless villain and would kill anyone and anything that got in the way of his goal, which was to gain immortality and kill Frieza for destroying his home planet. But would later become sort of an anti-hero and then a full-fledged member of the Z Fighters. That only happened because he went deep inside Bulma. Yeah. I love impersonating the Hodge twins, bruh. If y'all don't know who the Hodge twins are, y'all should definitely look them up. They are hilarious. I've been a fan of them since they first started. Anyway, unlike Goku, who is completely an idiot now thanks to Dragon Ball Super, Vegeta's character developed more and more with each arc and moment in the anime. I'll recap his moments through each arc, so if you stick around, so just hang around, my friend. In the Saiyan Saga, he was a brutal and evil person, but was still raw. Excluding all the people Goku fought from when he was a kid till now, Vegeta was the first person to give him a real challenge. I'm talking planetary destruction challenge. I mean, you can include Piccolo as well, but I'm talking about like real threatening. Vegeta was more threatening than Piccolo. Vegeta started off heartless and full of that Saiyan pride that we love so much. The Prince of all Saiyans, a top tier member of the Frieza Force that many people dared not to challenge. We didn't realize how deadly he was until the monster that was slaughtering the Z Fighters, Nappa, had tried to kill Piccolo and the others while they were waiting for Goku to return. And Vegeta asked him, "Are you disobeying me?" And he cowers in fear, apologizing that he got carried away. Piccolo was the first one to make notice of it. This is a problem. The way the big guy was cowering away just now must mean even the little one is even more powerful than him. We're in trouble. At this point in the story, Vegeta never had a real challenge as well, but that would soon change when he encountered Goku. He gave us the infamous line we all know and love, "It's over 9,000! What, 9,000?" Even if it was an error, that error went on to summarize 90s baby's childhood. After seeing Nappa get washed by Goku, Vegeta saw fit to kill Nappa. Since Goku clearly paralyzed him, and it was clear that Goku was stronger than Nappa, the two warriors finally fought with Goku only having the edge for a short amount of time. Now I'll give Goku props for holding his own for that amount of time, even after breaking out the Kaioken. Vegeta finally experienced wounds and pain, and that sent him in an unspeakable rage. "I am a super elite. There's no way I can be bested by a low-ranked commoner like you. I am the greatest warrior who has ever lived. My noble blood has been spilled by that piece of trash. A proud warrior. I got some of the characters. A proud warrior like him, getting hands put on by a lower class Saiyan like Kakarot. He couldn't take it anymore and unleashed a planetary destruction level Gallic gun, leaving Goku no choice but to counter with a Kaioken ×4 Kamehameha, sending Vegeta flying into the sun. Now this would have killed him if he didn't repel himself off of the wave at the last minute before it entered the atmosphere. He was even more angry at this point, forcing him to resort to his Great Ape form, a form he only uses as a last resort. But he couldn't, because Piccolo had destroyed the moon a long time ago after Gohan had transformed into one. But our favorite Saiyan, he created a moon. As stated by Vegeta, only a few Saiyans can create an artificial moon by using a ki blast or an energy ball. With the current power scaling in Dragon Ball Super, I wonder how many people can actually do this feat if necessary. When Vegeta was in this form, he completely washed Goku, breaking all his bones, leaving him helpless. Thanks to the supporting cast of Krillin, Gohan, and Yajirobe, they were able to cut Vegeta's tail off and give them a fighting chance. But it still wasn't enough, and Gohan had to transform into an ape just to defeat him. The wounded prince made his way to his escape pod, but Krillin was hot on his trail, getting ready to deliver the finishing blow, when Goku stopped him and said he wanted to fight Vegeta again. Vegeta issued a warning saying the next time he returns, there won't be any miracles, and that he'll kill all of them. We see his character develop more in the Frieza saga. He was still the same ruthless character, but he was more rebellious to his boss Frieza. He confronted the Doria and found out the truth about Planet Vegeta, that it wasn't a meteor, but Frieza that destroyed it. After finding this out, he simply tells him that he doesn't give a damn. He's just pissed that he didn't know the truth and wasted his time serving Frieza. After making quick work of him, he would brutally kill many Namekians during his search for the Dragon Balls. Finally, he encounters Zarbon, informing him that he's killed the Doria and Zarbon's next. At first, he would get beat by Zarbon, but he would come back stronger to demolish him. This is where we were introduced to Zenkai Boost, which is the ability Saiyans have that allows them to get stronger after a near-death experience. His mission to collect all the Dragon Balls and defeat Frieza was in jeopardy. After killing the Doria and Zarbon, Frieza had no choice but to call upon the Ginyu Force, Frieza's most powerful allies, which forced Vegeta to later team up with Gohan and Krillin. Vegeta would make quick work with the Ginyu Force. Well, I wouldn't say quick work, but more like patient work. He decapitated Guldo, killed Raccoon after Goku beat him, killed Jason Birder, and finally finished off the captain himself later on in the series. Now Goku might have done most of the work, but it's not about who started it, it's about who finished it. Remember that. That's an important lesson in life. Vegeta believed that he was the legendary Super Saiyan because he believed that you had to be a savage and brutal, but his dreams would later get crushed by Frieza as he realized the tremendous gap between the two. For the first time in his life, Vegeta begins to tremble. For the first time, he experiences genuine fear, and for the first time, he begins to shed tears of despair. Vegeta has lost his will to fight. Frieza would brutally beat him in front of Piccolo and the rest, challenging them to try and stop Frieza from beating him. Man, that was hard to say. While they were waiting for Goku's arrival. Seeing Goku handle Frieza with mid-difficulty, he comes to the realization that Goku might be the Super Saiyan after all. Tears flowing through his eyes after getting shot by Frieza's death beam. His dying words were telling Goku the truth about his race and begging him that Frieza must die. Goku noticed Vegeta's character breakdown and how prideful he was. To see someone like him, a proud warrior full of himself, cry and beg for his help, it was a hard thing to do. Oh shit. Damn, nigga. I don't know if y'all heard that, but that was thunder and lightning. That's a normal thing in Louisiana. Anyway, to see someone like him, a proud warrior full of himself, cry and beg for his help, it was a hard thing to do. Vegeta was the one that made Goku finally accept that he was a Saiyan and not someone that was just raised from Earth. And thus Vegeta trusted his pride into Goku. But this wouldn't be the first time he does it. Stick around and find out. The Android Saga Sega / Cell Saga. Sega Saga, you know what I'm talking. Technically, the Cell Saga and the Android Saga is technically the best and last good saga in most people's opinion. After Frieza's death, everyone went on about waiting for Goku's return. Vegeta stayed with Bulma and they developed a little bond. Hint, hint. They would soon find out that Frieza is coming to Earth with his father, King Cold. And since Goku hasn't arrived yet, who will be their best line of defense? Then we are introduced to the badass himself, Trunks, the son of the GOATs, who makes quick work with Frieza and his father, because he was a Super Saiyan as well, leaving everyone shocked, especially Vegeta, considering that there are no other Saiyans alive besides him, Goku, and Gohan. Seeing both Trunks and Goku turn Super Saiyan and fight each other sent him in a deep rage and depression for 3 years. During Goku's fight with Android 19, It seemed like he was about to die, thanks to the heart virus, but Vegeta Sama came to the rescue, kicking Goku off the battlefield and calling him trash. I love it. I love when he calls people trash, bro. The androids are pretty cocky because they think Vegeta is weak. But my nigga asked, is an android capable of feeling fear? And shook everybody and went Super Saiyan. I single-mindedly dedicated myself to becoming stronger. I put myself through the most ruthless training, and my limitations were made painfully obvious to me. I ain't gonna do that Vegeta voice no more because that was horrible. It was my dense self-loathing that it suddenly awoke the Super Saiyan in me. Vegeta proceeded to lay waste of Android 19, destroying both of his arms and finally getting his question asked. An android can feel fear. 19, running like the bitch he is, gets a warm welcoming to Super Vegeta's Big Bang attack. Piccolo recognizes Vegeta's battle tactics, calling him a genius. Vegeta really did lose quite a bit of strength. He drew the fight out intentionally just so he could confirm that the androids drain energy through their palms. If number 20 had called his bluff, Vegeta would have certainly lost. He acted as if it were nothing at all. He truly is a genius when he comes to the battlefield. That genius intellect will come back to bite him with his same pride. Dr. Gero, aka Android 20, will later attack Bulma's ship with Baby Trunks in it. Vegeta doesn't even try to help, but Future Trunks did. He asked him why he didn't help. Don't you care about your wife and child? And he says that he doesn't, and he doesn't have time for sentiment. Piccolo and Trunks insist that they destroy the androids before they are awakened. But Vegeta feels that both of them can handle it on their own, and don't need to wait for Goku since they both are Super Saiyans. Trunks begins to have flashbacks about what his mother said about Vegeta, that he's a good person, but his pride will refuse him to show any kindness in public. But he doesn't believe what his mother said after what he witnessed with his own eyes. The Z Fighters come face to face with androids 17 and 18. They showed how cold-hearted they were by killing Dr. Gero. Vegeta was impressed because they were like Saiyans. He becomes pissed because they ignored him and went flying in the other direction looking for Goku. Trunks tries to stop him, but he doesn't understand his pride yet and gets punched in the gut. Who needs Kakarot? I become a Super Saiyan as well. All things being equal, there is no way he could measure up to me. Vegeta Sama, the Prince of all Saiyans. He proceeds to fight Android 18 and gets embarrassed. He refuses help from the others because of his pride. Let me be clear. If it came down to fighting alongside the Earthlings, the Namekian, or Kakarot, I'd rather die fighting alone before accepting help from any of them. Android 18 beats him up some more and breaks his arm. She's the reason why he always holds his right arm and has become a meme on several occasions with that arm. Oh man, that meme is funny though. That's still my nigga, but you know, you can't handle being the GOAT if you can't take the jokes too. You can't help but feel the pain for Vegeta in this moment. After finally reaching Goku's level and feeling like he surpassed him after demolishing Android 19, he felt like he was unbeatable. He was able to get his pride and his confidence back. Then 18 came in the cut and embarrassed him and made him feel as weak as the other Z Fighters. And all he could do was scream in rage, despair, and pain. Piccolo understood his pain and told Trunks to let him be. After his beating, he went on a raging rant. I thought the Super Saiyan was supposed to be invincible, so how was I defeated so casually? I am the super elite prince of all Saiyans, the best of the best. When I became a Super Saiyan, it should have cemented my place as the strongest in the universe. I will conquer any foe regardless of how strong they are. And then Kakarot, you're next. With more fire in his eyes, Vegeta went to train and reach a level beyond Super Saiyan. While Vegeta and the others were training to defeat the androids, a new threat arrived, and his name was Cell. After his training in the hyperbolic time chamber, he went to go test his power against Cell, who has already absorbed Android 17 by this point. He achieved a level beyond Super Saiyan. Now the lore calls it Super Saiyan Ascended, but at the time it was called Super Saiyan 1.5. But to Vegeta, it was called Super Vegeta. The rightful Saiyan gut punches Cell and proceeds to give him that work, forcing Cell to bait Vegeta into letting him achieve his final form. His Saiyan pride wants his opponent at 100%, just to prove that no matter the strength, a Saiyan will always come out on top. This will lead to his downfall, because Cell was on another level in his final form. Feeling pissed off because he realized Cell mocked his pride and tricked him into reaching his final form, he unleashes his deadliest move, the Final Flash. But that still wasn't enough to defeat him. But if he didn't have Piccolo's regeneration cells, he clearly would have won that fight. But anyway, Vegeta proceeded to get beaten again by an android. After Trunks' battle with Cell, he questions why his father never reached the form he did. But Cell points out to him that it may increase your strength, but it'll reduce your speed tremendously. During the Cell games, this is where we see a major change in Vegeta's character. When the dust settled after Cell's explosion, everyone thought he was dead. Well, okay, let me bring it back. Gohan goes Super Saiyan 2, gives Cell that work. He gets cocky. Cell gets pissed. Goku sacrifices himself, and everyone thinks he's dead. Now you caught up. When the dust settled after Cell's explosion, everyone thought he was dead. But thanks to that chip in his head, he was able to come back stronger. He proceeds to kill Trunks, sending Vegeta in a bizarre fit of rage. This was the last straw. Cell mocked his pride, and now he took his son away from him. This showed that Vegeta does care about his son and Bulma. He attacked Cell relentlessly with ki blast after ki blast. What I never really understood was, why didn't Vegeta go Super Saiyan 2 right then and there? I mean, he just watched his son get killed off right in front of him. That alone should be enough rage to reach that level. Like Gohan literally went Super Saiyan just from watching a random android that he doesn't have a complete bond with. He watched him get his head smashed and he goes Super Saiyan. But that was just, I mean, I get why he went Super Saiyan. Gohan had the most potential out of everybody. It's clearly stated in each arc. Gohan has more potential than anybody. Saiyan Saga, Gohan has more potential. Frieza Saga, Gohan has more potential. Cell Saga, Gohan has more potential. Buu Saga, Gohan has more potential. Dragon Ball Super, they didn't mention it. Or Battle of Gods, didn't mention. Resurrection of Earth, might have been mentioned, I'm not sure. Black, wasn't mentioned. Tournament of Power, still mentioned again. And that was it. But I'm getting off track. But that's just something I never got, that he didn't go Super Saiyan 2 right there. I guess it's just because, passing the torch to Gohan as the defender of Earth. But anyway, it wasn't enough. But it wasn't enough to defeat Cell. But the Prince would come in clutch during the final moments. If it wasn't for Vegeta, Gohan might not have delivered the final blow on Cell. But that's just my opinion. After Cell's defeat, everyone went on about their lives. Krillin told Trunks about what Vegeta did, and he finally realized that what his mother said about him was true. But the most important factor was Vegeta after Goku's death. When Goku died, Vegeta lost all purpose to get strong and surpass Kakarot. He vowed to never train or fight again, which shows you how important Goku means to Vegeta and Vegeta to Goku. Then we get to the Buu Saga, where Vegeta does a blend between his old self and his current self. Vegeta starts to train again and get ready for the World Martial Arts Tournament because Goku was going to compete in it. And the anime gods saw fit that it was destiny for them to fight because they both got the same numbers for the first round. But thanks to Babidi, that would come to a halt. The longer he had to wait, the angrier he got. Vegeta could care less about the fate of the world and Babidi's plans. All he wanted to do was fight Goku, because that's still what he wants to do in life. Even after settling down with his family while training, Deborah, and Babidi take notice of this and proceed to create Majin Vegeta. But Vegeta allowed himself to be controlled by Babidi in order to be the savage he once was. He proceeded to kill innocent people at the tournament in order to get Goku to fight him. The thing about it was that Babidi had no control over him. Vegeta said it best: "You may have taken over my body and my mind, but you'll never have my pride." Well, in the anime it's like, "You may invade my body and my mind."
You may have invaded my mind and my body, but there's one thing a Saiyan always keeps: his pride!
And they gave us one of the best fights in the series. Two proud Saiyans fighting it out once again with the fate of the world at stake. Now I don't want to hear any nonsense about Goku was holding back because he had Super Saiyan 3 in his back pocket. He took his L like a champ, which makes Vegeta 2-0 against Goku. Just pointing that out. Just stating facts. Once they stopped fighting, they realized that Buu was the bigger threat. But right before they would team up and beat him, Vegeta knocked Goku out. That brings back memories to what he said in the Android Saga. Vegeta wasn't enough to defeat him, which led to him sacrificing himself for the greater good. Before he sacrificed himself, Vegeta asked Piccolo if he'll see Kakarot in heaven so that they'll continue their fight. But he tells him no, since he's killed so many people and that he'll probably go to hell. He was disappointed, but he proceeded as planned. This was Vegeta putting his pride aside and realizing the bigger picture. His family was at risk of dying. For the first time, he wasn't fighting for himself, but he was fighting for someone else. He hugs his son for the first time. Side note, I forgot to mention Trunks and Vegeta's bonding moment. When he promised to take him to the park if he landed a punch on him, which he did, but Vegeta punched his ass right back. Afterwards, he delivers an emotional moment and dies. RIP to a real one. In the other world, he finds out that his sacrifice was meaningless. For now, that is. He was later revived, just like Goku, to fuse in order to beat Buu. But he refused because of how stupid it was. But then he remembered Bulma and Trunks and decided to do it. And thus, they created the GOAT Vegeta. Now, they could have easily washed Super Buu, but they wanted to save their family first. After they defused, they encountered Kid Buu. Now this time, both warriors refused to do the Patora fusion because now they're saying Pride wanted to beat Buu with the hands. Y'all know what happens. Goku gets most of the fighting. Vegeta buys time for Goku to charge up the Spirit Bomb and proceeds to get a vicious beating. And he comes to the realization that Goku is better than him. Kakarot, you're quite impressive. I never stood a chance against Buu. You're the only one that can fight him. I think I finally understand why a genius like myself can't surpass you. I thought it was because you had something to protect. I thought about your drive to protect. Allowed you to take advantage of capabilities. This may be a reason, but now I too have this drive. I fought to do as I wished because it was fun. To kill my enemies and for my pride. But he's different. He fights not to win, but because he absolutely won't lose, causing him to surpass his limits. But he really doesn't care who happens to be his opponent. So when he didn't kill me when he had that chance, it was like he knew I had the potential to care for others that I have now. Fight hard, Kakarot. You're number one. Now this was a game changer in the story and for Vegeta's character. For years, he's been trying to surpass Goku and prove that he's the best and the strongest warrior in the universe. And after finally having the things that Goku has, he comes to the realization that he's the second best and never will be the main man. Otherwise, it would have been called Dragon Ball VT, Vegeta time. y'all know people call Dragon Ball GT Dragon Ball Goku time. And that's the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you later. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, we got Dragon Ball Super. Okay, Battle of the Gods. We see Vegeta more of a family man and still being the proud Saiyan that he is, but with a little more love. We get introduced to the legend himself, Beerus, the god of destruction. Vegeta knew to make sure Beerus was happy, or else he would destroy the planet. Despite numerous interruptions, close encounters, and bingo dances. That freaking bingo dance. As funny as it was, I still can't believe they did my nigga like that, bro. I still can't believe they did that. Funny moment, but still crazy. But he was able to get the job done. That is until Majin Buu ate all the pudding, because he didn't want to share any of it with anyone. The Saiyan Prince finally decides to stop being Beerus's maid and stands his ground, because he's already done that with Frieza. Only difference is that this time it was for a good cause. But since Beerus was probably going to destroy the planet anyway, he said F it. He didn't know better than Goku. He told Beerus that dying by the hands of a god of destruction was an honor. But right before his demise, Bulma comes up to Beerus, blaming him for ruining her birthday party. Vegeta was extremely nervous for his wife because she was in grave danger, begging for Beerus not to do anything to her, pleading, but the god pimp slapped her and Vegeta went and sent Vegeta in a rage that he hasn't experienced since the Cell Saga, and delivering one of the best moments in Vegeta's life.
How dare you! That's my power!
Vegeta was landing legit blows to Beerus, doing a better job than Goku might have had, and he went Super Saiyan. Not Vegeta, Goku was Super Saiyan. Vegeta did all that in Super Saiyan 2. Goku couldn't even do nothing in Super Saiyan 3. But it wasn't Vegeta to deliver the finishing blows, so you know it had to be Goku. During the Super Saiyan God ritual, Vegeta only agreed to do it because Goku, he promised him that he would do the ritual for him next. Y'all know Vegeta. He couldn't allow Goku to become a god and surpass him even further. He got to be on that level too. After the dust settled, Vegeta went to Beerus' planet to go train with Whis. This is where the whole Vegeta was stronger than Goku debate started, which he did have the edge on him at this moment because Vegeta was Goku, because Goku was kind of slacking off until he finally started training with him as well. The two warriors clashed and a strange blue aura flowed around them after their fists clashed. This was a hint at Super Saiyan Blue. While they were training, Frieza was making his grand return from the dead once again with a new form, Golden Frieza. Goku clashed with him, but Vegeta was impatient and decided to embarrass Frieza himself. Now they robbed Vegeta out of this moment, bruh, because he deserved the victory a lot more than Goku did. Goku already had his chance with Frieza. He already had his shot. He did his job. He didn't kill him though, but he did his job. Trunks did the job for him, but you know, he had his legendary fight with Frieza. So it was Vegeta's turn to get that fight. It was his turn because, you know, Vegeta has more history with him, and it was only fitting that he delivered the killing blow. But nope, it was Goku's turn. Couple months pass and Goku and Vegeta are still training, and they get introduced to Beerus' brother Champa. This is where they introduce the Super Dragon Balls and a lot of badass characters. During the tournament, Vegeta is the one getting the most highlights. He eliminated 85% of the people on Universe 6's side. During his fight with Kaba, he developed a teacher-student bond with him because he was a Saiyan as well. You see, the Saiyans on Universe 6 are alive and well, and their home planet is called Planet Sadala and not Planet Vegeta. The key thing that caught Bulma and Chi-Chi's eyes was that they have jobs. Vegeta ordered Kaba to turn Super Saiyan, but he couldn't because he never heard of it. So Vegeta does what he does best to little kids. He beats him up. Kaba tries to surrender, but Vegeta says if he does, then he'll kill him and Planet Sadala. This causes him to fully go Super Saiyan, putting a smile on Vegeta's face as Kaba was wailing on him. He realizes that Vegeta was only training him and letting him know to always remember that rage when he wants to go Super Saiyan. Then Vegeta goes blue and gut punches him, telling him that he can achieve this form too, and to remember this pain. After the match, Kaba tells Vegeta that he reminds him of the king of Planet Sadala, and Vegeta says that you'll have to introduce me to him someday. Watch it be his father or his brother that it hardly gets brought up. But anyway, I'm gonna tell you something, man. This is the kind of relationship that Trunks should be having with Vegeta. Kaba is the son Vegeta never had. And I would love to see Kid Trunks fight Kaba just to see who has the right to call Vegeta dad. After that, he battles Hit, the badass assassin of Universe 6. Now he receives a beating we haven't seen him get in a long time, and I was heartbroken when that happened because I thought we was done with the whole Vegeta gotta take a vicious L just so Goku can get the dub. Anyways, Goku surpasses Vegeta once again by adding Kaioken to his Super Saiyan Blue. Vegeta starts to get flashbacks of his experience with the Kaioken. Once again, with the Kaioken. No, he surpassed me again. Luckily, thanks to the strongest being in the world, Monaka. I can always say it in my head, but I can't say it out loud. Monaka. Universe 7 won the tournament. Now we enter the Goku Black arc. which is, you know, people's favorite arc of the series besides the Tournament of Power. PTSD Trunks comes back to the past to receive help again, to receive help against someone who looks just like Goku. Vegeta wasn't really that interested until he heard that Black killed Bulma. This angered Vegeta and he joined the battle with a purpose. Now, it might not be his Bulma, but it's still Bulma, and he loves that woman to death. Trunks spars with Goku, and he sees that he has reached levels far past Super Saiyan 2. This put a smile on his face, and Vegeta notices it quick, so he takes him out to train. Trunks asks his father to go Super Saiyan 3, and he starts to laugh. I just want to point out something. Vegeta is so GOAT, bro. Like, he is so GOAT that he skips transformations. Like, Goku got Super Saiyan 1 all the way to Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. But my nigga, he go from Super Saiyan 1 to Super Saiyan 2 to Super Saiyan Blue and then Red. Like, my nigga, that's what's GOAT about him. But, you know, Vegeta says fuck all that and just skips numbers. 1, 2, God, Blue. God, Blue. Then from Blue to Red. like next strength, then God, well, actually Super Saiyan 1, then Super Saiyan 2, then Super Saiyan Blue, then Super Saiyan Blue Ascended, then Super Saiyan God. But Ascended is kind of not canon anymore because of the Broly movie, and the Broly movie is canon. The Broly movie was following the anime and the manga. If you don't read the manga, in the manga he Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken doesn't even exist, and Super Saiyan Blue Ascended doesn't even exist. So basically in the manga, Goku and Vegeta are still equal to one another. They both have super, and in the manga, Vegeta goes Super Saiyan God against Goku Black. Just want to point that out. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Like with Goku, Vegeta goes blue, and Trunks realizes that his father and Goku are on God tier now, and he doesn't even have to worry about defeating Black. This pisses Vegeta off, saying, how can you be the son of a prince and having to worry about others cleaning up your mess? What happens if there is someone stronger than Black and you can't use the time machine? You must keep training and getting stronger to surpass me, Kakarot, and even this black fellow. That's what I love about Vegeta's character development, man. Like, he doesn't just try to keep his fellow Saiyans. He doesn't try to keep his fellow Saiyans at a certain level. He tries to get them to elevate even higher than they were before, and possibly be at his level or surpass him. But you know, he still wants to be superior to them, though. That's just the Saiyan blood in him, always wanting to fight someone stronger than them. When they traveled to the future, they encountered Black, and he debuted Super Saiyan Rose, which was cold, by the way, and should make a return to the series or the manga somehow. Like, not the character of Black, but the transformation, because that shit was raw. Like, that was like one of the most rawest transformations I've seen. In the manga, it's a lot rawer than it is in the anime. It's a lot more beautiful. It's a lot beautiful in the anime, but a lot raw in the manga. After going Super Saiyan Rose, they proceeded to give Vegeta fans a crushing blow. This man Black stabs Vegeta in the chest and calls him the appetizer to Goku. Like, this moment pissed me off so much. It pissed a lot of people off too. It pissed me off so much that I even thought about dropping Super, because, you know, I'm tired of seeing Vegeta take all these big ass L's like he's weak or something. Like, that's why he gets like so many jokes now. Like, niggas acting like you know what I'm saying, jokes of effects. Like, niggas act like Vegeta is still weak. Like, Vegeta at the moment is currently stronger. He's either stronger than Goku, or he's or if you want to go by the anime, Vegeta is stronger than Goku, because Goku doesn't have Ultra Instinct. If you want to go by the manga, they're equal. But if you want to go by the Broly movie, which is canon, they're still equal. Like it's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying that he has to take all these damn L's just so niggas could get these laughs off on Vegeta. But, you know, I'm glad I didn't drop the show, because otherwise I would have missed them. I would have missed some major heat. They go back to the past after getting their ass whooped and train some more. Vegeta blows up the hyperbolic time chamber, and they go back to the future. We have an hilarious moment between Goku and Vegeta talking about kissing, and Goku says he's never done it. this guy here, man. These dudes here, man, they just make Goku dumber and dumber, man. This y'all MC, this y'all GOATs. Come on. At least my GOAT is smart and got hands and is that nigga. Y'all GOAT don't even know 2 plus 2. Anyway, Vegeta got that round 2 and completely washed Black, calling him a fraud and a bum. That you might be in Kakarot's body, but you don't know how to use it. And says, you wanna know why you lost to me? Because I'm Vegeta Sama, nigga. I'm Vegeta Sama. Long story short, I'm getting hyped because of that. Long story short, Vegeta returns, Trunks beats Zamasu, and Zeno Sama erases Trunks' timeline. And now, the final arc in the anime, the Tournament of Power. The most popular arc of this series besides the Black arc. Vegeta refuses to participate at first because Bulma is pregnant and can have the baby at any moment, and he doesn't want to miss her birth. Goku has no experience with that because he was dead, which gets me to wonder, what the hell was he doing when Gohan was born? Like, seriously, what was he doing? Cause like, I'm pretty sure he was alive when Gohan was born. Goku never died at that point in the story. He died in the Saiyan saga. Like that was when the major death of his. Cause he never died until then. Thanks to Whis, he sped up the process and now he can join the squad. Right before the tournament, he went to go train in the hyperbolic time chamber again. But this time he received a warning from Mr. Popo. If you destroy the chamber again, you'll lose all access to it forever. Now if you know Vegeta, you already know what he was gonna do.
I don't give a fuck, Keisha.
He blew that bitch up again. That's my nigga. We finally get to the tournament and Vegeta is putting in major work and still having time to train Kaba. He helped him achieve Super Saiyan 2 and promised that if he wins, he's gonna revive Universe 6. And Kaba said the same thing. And Vegeta tells him don't get cocky. I also want to point out that Goku taught Khalifa to reach beyond Super Saiyan as well. And when Universe 6 got eliminated, Vegeta was extremely pissed about that. He even told old boy, pardon this ass whooping I'm about to give you, but I am extremely pissed. And that got a nigga hype right there. After that, Vegeta finally faces off against the main man, Jiren, where it was just like his fight with Cell, challenging him to take a Final Flash head-on, a Super Saiyan Blue Final Flash head-on, might I add. This is the first time Vegeta admits that he'll take a different path than Goku to achieve new strength. Kakarot can have his Ultra Instinct. I'll beat you my own way. Which he did, you know, he got his own way with strength by reaching Super Saiyan Blue Evolve, or Ascension. After his failed attempt, this nigga Jiren has the nerve to say, sleep, warrior. I was like Daquan when he said that shit, bruh. I was just like Daquan when he said that shit, bruh.
Alright, so I want to start this off by saying Jiren is a real nigga and all, but on some dead real shit, don't you ever in life tell my nigga Vegeta to sleep again. Fuck you mean, nigga? Fuck you trying to say, bro? Then you got your God of Destruction over there talking about he should feel honored to be acknowledged as a warrior by Jiren. Fuck that nigga Jiren, bro. Fuck you and him, nigga. That nigga Jiren should feel honored to be acknowledged as a bitch. Fuck you trying to say, bro? You know what I'm saying? This nigga Jiren wearing a Robin Hood Bender tights leotard, nigga. This nigga should be fucking tap dancing or doing ballet instead of a fucking tournament of power. Fuck that peaceful ass, Paul looking alien looking bitch. Fuck that nigga, bro.
Anyway, he finally faces off against Topo, who has become a god of destruction after getting the hands put on him by Frieza and Android 17. He gets pissed off and says, you know what? Fuck it. Time to go god of destruction in this bitch. Justice ain't doing it, so destruction gonna have to do it. Vegeta calls him out on his BS because throughout the whole series he was talking about justice and now he's talking about destruction. Cast aside everything unnecessary? Screw that. My promise to Kaba. My pride as a Saiyan. All that I am. I'm not like you. I cast aside nothing. You're a loser who can't even protect his own pride. I won't lose to someone like you. This angered Vegeta because how can you backtrack everything you stand for just for a little taste of power? Which still wasn't enough to justify your means. And he defeated Topo with the same move he used against Majin Buu. Now I think that was the reason why he kept blowing up the hyperbolic time chamber, because he wanted to perfect that move so that he wouldn't die if he had to use it again. Towards the end of the tournament, he faced off against Jiren one last time. But before that, I want to point something out. There was a funny moment between Goku when Goku and Jiren fought for the first time, and Goku was prepping the Spirit Bomb. Everybody was giving him energy, but Vegeta said, "Nigga, fuck you! Ain't nobody giving you energy," and just flies off, bro. That shit was so hilarious. But it would be key towards the end of the arc. After defeating Toppo, he towards the end of the tournament, he faced off against Jiren one last time. This time it was different. He fought him in base form and proceeded to get the business. On his way out of the ring, with tears flowing in his eyes, he once again entrusts his promise and his pride in Goku by giving him his energy. And you see that? Paid off that time. At first he didn't give him his energy, and now he gave him his energy. Kakarot, I place my pride, my promise, everything in your hands. Your defeat is unacceptable. Step over the state of the gods and defeat Jiren, Kakarot. During the final bout with Jiren and Goku, Vegeta gives Belmond, the Universe 11 God of Destruction, Belmond, a lesson about Saiyans breaking their limits. In this tournament of power, in this very limited time, we Saiyans are broken through our limits, time and time again. You've seen it too. Now, I want to point this out. I don't know why the hell they showed Gohan in that, because that nigga ain't do nothing. That nigga he ain't get no new forms. He ain't get nothing. All that nigga, only thing he did was he just threw hands. That's it. That nigga ain't get no transformation. Goku got a new form. Goku Goku twice. Goku got a new form. Vegeta got a new form. Kaba got a new form. Kale got a new form. Khalifa got a new form. Like, all the Saiyans got new forms except for this nigga. This nigga didn't get nothing. Like, people would think like he could have got. This is why, like, I still rock with Gohan, but I still be disappointed in him at times too, because they did that nigga dirty. Like, come on, bro. Like, this was supposed to be his moment. Like, to get a new form. He even stated it himself. He wants to get a new level to compete with the gods, or something around that way. He wants to get a new level that doesn't have to revolve around the God, Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue. He wants to get his own ways, and he didn't, which was a waste of him saying that. If Super never comes back, it was a clear waste of him even saying that. Man, you could go into like a 5 hours talking about how Gohan was wasted and how his potential was just dropped down to zero. But Gohan is still one of my favorite characters, to believe it or not. I know I'm sidetracking though, but I just want to just get this out of the way real quick. You know, Gohan is like still one of my favorite characters in the show. Great Saiyan Man over Gohan, by the way. Just want to point that out, because you know, like, I can relate to Gohan. You know, I'm kind of like Gohan. You know what I mean? You know, I'm kind, compassionate. You know, got a lot of love in my heart. I'm not really that much of a fighter. I mean, I'm a lover, not a fighter. But I got hands, so don't get it twisted now. I Taekwondo. You know, he's not really a fighter. But you know, you piss him off. You turn into a whole different person that you don't even recognize anymore. But you know, which I just want to point. I want to Gohan real quick. I know I'm talking about Gohan instead of Vegeta, but you know, I understand Vegeta's character. I mean, Gohan's character. That's why I don't hate him as much as people hate him now. Like, I understand why he did what he did. Like, why he is who he is now. Like, he's already fulfilled his purpose. He didn't, like, okay, back to the Saiyan saga when he was training with Piccolo. This is filler, but it was kind of canon at the same time too. Piccolo told Gohan that he could not be who he wanted to be until Earth was safe. He couldn't be a scholar and follow his dreams until the world was safe. And there was a moment where Gohan could have went to his mom's house and be like, "Hey mom, I'm home, etc. I love you, blah 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 blah. I'm ready to get back into school. All right, let's do this scholarship." But his hand was right on the door, and right before he opened it, he remembered what Piccolo said, and he said, "You can't be a scholar until the world is safe." So he went back and trained with him, and he kept doing the same thing. He through each arc, he kept doing the same thing. He couldn't fight until the world was safe. And once he did that in the Cell saga, he didn't see a purpose to fight anymore. I don't know, I forgot how long the gap was after the Cell Saga, but it was a pretty long gap, and nobody was throwing hands on planetary devastation and none of that. No big threat was coming, so you'd understand why he slacked off. And then once you get to Super, Gohan literally has no purpose in fighting anymore. I mean, his dad and Vegeta are basically gods, so what's the point in fighting when you got them two around? Like, what's the point? So, but there were some moments. I mean, there's counter actions to Krillin did the same thing. Krillin didn't really train because hey, Goku and Vegeta are like god tier, so why fight? But he started fighting again. He started to implement his fighting with his police work. So Gohan could have did the same thing as Trunks did. But even though that's true, but you know, why do that? But that's enough of Gohan. That's enough of Gohan because that's enough of that. Back to Vegeta. The Tournament of Power ends and we get a classic tease of Goku and Vegeta sparring. And we find out that Goku doesn't have Ultra Instinct. And that means Vegeta is stronger than Goku. I don't make the rules, I just state the facts. I don't really have to go into detail about the Broly movie, but I'll just point out that Vegeta should have did what he did to Broly in the first movie, what he did to him in the reboot movie, and not act like a little bitch. Also he's a Super Saiyan God now, so that's a bonus. He looks colder in that than Goku anyway. Also, Gogeta is canon. I'm not gonna go into the manga, but just know it connects with the Frieza saga, with the whole Namekians and stuff. But yeah, that concludes the story. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I really had fun talking about the same prince. If you liked what you saw, hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Also, Vegeta over Goku and Vegito over Gogeta. Thank you.